amazing FLC family. I am coming on live, and it must be exactly the divine timing because the live was pressed at 2222 in the UK. So it's 10:22 p.m. in the UK. And I'm just very excited to be live, specifically talking about this topic, which is insecurities, doubts. Will it ever happen for me? Time for a heart to heart. And I'm really, really excited to have this heart to heart with you guys because you guys have inspired me to go live about this topic. And basically, this live I wanted to do for a couple of days now because of the different messages that we've received or the different things that we've discussed with different FLC members and also even people that are outside of the FLC realm. And I just really wanted to share this, like some tips and some insights on this topic, because if you are wanting to achieve something, if you want to create financial freedom, if you want to create a freedom lifestyle, if you want to, make 6 figures, 7 figures or beyond, then naturally you will feel any of these things. You will feel doubts, you will feel insecurities, you will wonder to yourself more often than you would want to, like, oh, is this going to happen for me? And so I wanted to share some of the powerful insights that we have gathered over the last couple of years, but also in working with so many students and having seen, different students and different clients overcome this. We want to share those insights with you guys so that it can help you and allow you to also see that if you have these feelings like you don't know if it's going to work, or you have a little bit of doubt, that is absolutely normal. It's part of the job. It's never ever going to go away, but it's just about how do you handle it. So I just want to do very quickly a check to make sure it's all working properly. Do let me know where you are tuning in from. I am very excited to be here with you guys. So I'm just going to check that the sound is working.
Where you are tuning.
Yes, sound is working well. Also, let me know in the comments, for those of you who are here live, if you have ever, felt this way, and what scenario that was, and if you have maybe a question that I can address today on this live stream that can help you forward with a lot more ease and a lot more excitement. And I also do want to say my apologies, even though we have a no sorry policy. My apologies for being a little bit later because I wanted to go live and I had a client call. And this is also like one of the things that we always have for our gold and our platinum clients. They can, reach out to us. They can call, and whenever a call happens, I obviously always want to accommodate for the queries and to help and to assist in whichever way, shape, or form. And so that's why it was a little bit delayed, but I'm here, I'm excited, and we've got Kathy in the house. Super excited to have you here. And for anybody watching this on the replay, please still comment and let us know if this video is beneficial or if you have any questions that you may have. So the first thing that I want to share with you is that whenever you are on the path of growth and you are doing something that is new, that is different. This is Goku, by the way, in case you don't know him yet. You do something different. You do something that is very extraordinary, because take it or leave it, creating a freedom lifestyle is extraordinary. It's only the minority of this world that is living a freedom lifestyle. And if you wonder, like, why is that? It's not like nobody wants to live a freedom lifestyle. Everybody obviously wants to have the comfort of time freedom and money freedom. But it is because obviously, in order for you to achieve a lifestyle that only the minority of the world is living, you have to be willing to do what only the minority of the world is willing to do. And this might sometimes sound hard, or it might sound a bit like it's easy for you to say, right? But it is actually true. And I want everybody to comment this exact sentence below. If you want to live a lifestyle that only the minority of the world is living, you have to be willing to do what only the minority of the world is willing to do. And when I say that, I don't mean like doing anything ridiculous or doing anything silly. No, absolutely not. Like, that's why we always say, do whatever good it takes. It's not just about doing whatever it takes. No, doing whatever good it takes. But what is important to take away from this particular sentence is that most people give in to the voice, the little voice that is saying to us, oh, I'm not sure, I'm doubtful, what if it doesn't happen, what if this, what if that. And that is where you can distinguish yourself. Because is it true that some people don't have that little voice? No, absolutely not. Everyone has it. Literally everyone. Doesn't matter if you have made hundreds of millions or whether you have got 500 years of experience, or doesn't matter how far you get. Everyone has the little voice. But the question is, how do we handle it? How do we have the awareness that it's there and it's feeding us all these questions, but how do we manage it in a way that we keep moving forward? And that's where you can distinguish yourself from most of the people in this world. And so it, again, might sound a bit harsh, it might sound a bit weird or not nice, but like one of the missions that we have with FLC is allowing more and more and more people to be aware of this, to get the know-how, to get the awareness, to get the know-how, to get the steps, the strategies, the support to be able to do that. But specifically you guys right now, anyone watching this live or watching the replay later on, I want you to be aware that success is and always will be your choice, because you choose to give in to those doubts or not. It is your choice to say, hey, this voice is telling me I'm not so sure if I can do it. I'm maybe not good enough. I don't have the credentials. I don't feel like I have enough knowledge, or I feel like maybe people will laugh at me, or whatever comes up. What if I fail? What if I don't make X amount within X amount of time? These are all normal thoughts, but it's about what do we do with it. Are we going to listen to the little voice and thereby choose to conform to what we've always done? Then if we make that choice and we say, okay, let's go back to comfort, let's go back to what we've always done, then you have to understand you're going to get what you've always gotten. That's why the other sentence we always share, like if you keep on doing what you've always done, you're going to keep on getting what you've always gotten. So where does the element of choice come in? It comes into the fact that right now, you watching this video have the awareness that the little voice is always there. That's number one. It's not going to go away. But what do we do with that conversation? Are we listening to it and thereby retreating from pursuing that dream that we've always had, from pursuing a life that is great, something that you deserve, something that your family deserves? Or are you going to be like, hey, let's do it differently now? Let me now actually learn from the success stories that I've heard. Let me now actually see how those success stories apply to my life. Because when I say success stories, what do I mean? I mean people who, just like you, me, and everyone, are hearing that little voice, are thinking, I'm not so sure if I can do it. What if this goes wrong? What if that happens? Am I ever going to achieve my success? Everyone you hear having some sort of success in life, whether that's financial success, whether that is like achievements in terms of athletics, whether that is in the entertainment world, whether that is success as parents, success in whichever area, success as a doctor, whatever it may be, right? Everyone will have heard the little voice, would have had the same doubts, the same fears, the same questions that you have right now. But what is the difference between them and most people is the fact that they were aware, but they kept on going anyways. That they realize is that, hey, if I want a different life, I need to start doing things differently. I need to start replacing my worry with trust. I want everybody to comment that below. Replace your worry with trust. Understand that if you, one way or another, feel that you have a dream of a better life, a dream of a better reality, a different lifestyle, a life where you do not have to worry about money, you don't have to worry about time, a future where you can look after your family members, your loved ones, your friends, those that are dear to you, a life where you have the ability and the freedom to choose the projects that you want to do, to be able to give to charity whenever you want to give to charity, to be able to say, hey, right now I want to break and I want to be able to just, go to a spa or do whatever you like to do, walk in nature, go swimming for a couple of days or whatever you might want to do, that you have that ability. If somehow you felt captured by that dream, if somehow whenever you close your eyes and you think about it, what would happen if it was up to you, you can see that future, you can feel that future, you can smell it, you can hear it, you can imagine it in full colors, then you have to understand that that thing that is pulling you is something that exists. It's something that is real. It's something that is there. And only you are captured by that dream. Only you can see it as vividly as you can see it because it's your dream. Now, what you have to understand is when you see it, feel it, smell it, feel emotionally attracted to it, that it deserves to be pursued. You deserve to live that. And what we then need to do is, in the midst of all these thoughts, all these doubts that the little voice keeps sharing with us, which of course, by all means, share, it's natural and it's normal, that we keep our vision so clear that we feel it every single day and that we know, hey, no, this is real. This is real. It's the same reality is that I can say, hey, the color of my nails right now is red because of the nail polish. As real as I can see, yes, this is a red nail polish. As real as that, your future is real. But that's the thing that we're not used to. That's the thing that we're not necessarily taught or we're not necessarily educated throughout the majority of our lives. That's the thing that feels so uncomfortable because we are sometimes led to believe that when we're dreaming, that we're only dreaming. But that's not true. Dreaming is not dreaming. Dreaming is connecting to reality, a future reality. It's allowing you to see and paint a picture according to your wishes and allowing you to be so attracted to it, so connected to it, that it becomes your reality. That's where most people get it wrong. You think that you're only dreaming. You think that you're potentially wasting your time thinking about all these possible things that could happen, whereas you don't necessarily realize that that was active creation. You are actively creating in your mind, in your heart, in your imagination, how you want your life to be. And the more you reside in that future vision, the more you connect to it, the more you become one with it. And the more you become one with it, the more it will reflect in your thoughts, in your actions, in your way of communicating with others, in a way of you communicating with yourself or with the little voice. The more you think about it, the more you feel it, the more you write it down, the more you actively describe to yourself how that future is and how that future makes you feel, the more real it becomes. And we have to understand that this process is so essential because we attract what we are, not what we want, what we are. And so I was just speaking, like I said, to one of our amazing gold students, and she was actually saying that she went through the AAA program, the Advanced Accelerated Abundance course. Is that the name of it? I've got so many courses, I forget the names of it. Advanced Abundance Accelerator. Yeah, that's it. Advanced Abundance Accelerator, AAA. and she was talking about an exercise that we describe in that course. And she started doing it and she started to write that down 5 minutes per day. And she says the more she does it, the more clear it becomes, the more it feels real. And that is so important because, again, everyone in principle has the opportunity to create a life that is wildly different than the life you're experiencing right now. But it starts with you being disciplined in understanding that what your imagination does is actually real. And by you cultivating that passion, cultivating that belief, cultivating that confidence that it is going to happen. And in the beginning, that is not easy. In the beginning, that is like a real struggle and a real, battle with the little voice. But if there's anything that I want to share with you, and that I want you to take away from this video is that we are here to support you. We're here to guide you. We're here to say, hey, no, keep on going. That process of you imagining, writing it down, reconnecting on a regular basis, once per day, twice per day, maybe even more than twice a day, the more real it becomes, and then it becomes one with you. That is why exercises like writing down your goals, writing down your dreams, putting up vision boards, having affirmations around your house. It might sound a bit cliche sometimes, but it is absolutely powerful. It's all reminders that the dream that you're having is not just a dream, it's reality. It is absolute reality. And so when you become more familiar with that and you become more connected to that future, then also you will see that that little voice has less of a voice. It might still be there, but you're not actively listening to it. You know how they say that it's so important to be aware of who you associate with or who you hang around with, because no matter who you hang around with, everyone has an influence on you, whether you like it or not. If you hang around with criminals day in, day out, you might absorb some of that energy. That might be people with, good hearts, but they went onto the wrong path because of the people that they hang around with. And you hanging around with that might also influence you to maybe feel drained, to maybe not feel as good, to maybe even go upon actions that are also criminal. Or instead, if you hang around people that are constantly doing positive things, that are constantly helping you forward, supporting you, inspiring you, encouraging you, then that rubs off on you as well. But in the same way, we also have to be aware of which wolf do we hang around with, our internal conversation. Do we listen to the negative wolf that is constantly feeding us with doubt, or do we hang with the positive wolf that is saying, no, you got this, it's real, you are deserving of that future? Even internally, like at the end of the day, you're always with yourself. No matter where you are, there you are. I can't remember what was the quote. I think something that Grant Cardone said. No matter where you go, there you are, right? I want you guys to write this down. No matter where you go, there you are. And so what does that mean? It means that no matter where I go, no matter which people I surround myself with, no matter which other external factors I surround myself with, at the end of the day, I'm always left with me. And I'm always left with my two wolves. And it is my choice to build that awareness that I have that choice every day. It's like when they say that success is not like a one-time thing. Success is like having a building and rent is due every single month. With success, rent is due every single day, every single second. What does it mean? It means that it's not like, oh, one time you get it and it's done. No, you have to invest in it. You have to make a conscious effort. Same holds with relationships. It's not like, oh, one day you find the partner of your life and then happy days for the rest of your life. No, there are things that are happening. There are different emotions, different conversations, different things that happens. There is literally like the effort that you need to put in, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's a friendship. It all takes effort, love, nurturing, passion, patience. And in the same way, you also have to be patient with yourself. But what I mean to say here is that in any case, every single day, we need to remind ourselves of this. Like, how many of you listening to this, either live or on replay, have ever had it that some days you get it? Some days it's like crystal clear. And you're like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. And you're like doing all the things that you need to do. You take action and you feel incredible. Whereas other days, you feel not so incredible. You feel like doubts are like bigger than ever. And you're like, oh man, what did I get myself into? How many of you have ever had that? And it's normal. We all have that. I have that too. Like, I wouldn't be honest if I said like, no, everything's good all days. No, it's not. There are days, and I've shared this with you guys like a couple of times. There's days that I cry. There's days that I'm like, in preparation of an event, that afterwards many people will say like, oh, that went so amazing, that I beforehand had such doubts. I was so worried. I was so like, oh man, I hope I'm going to do this well. And I literally cried. Nobody knows, nobody sees, but that's what's happening. That's how I feel about it. Like, it happens sometimes with challenges, sometimes with events, and then afterwards I share it, and you guys are like, "No way! I like it went so well. How could you have doubts?" Well, that's the thing. We all have it. Everyone has it. Everyone has that little voice. Everyone has the two voices. The little voice that is the good wolf, the little voice that is the bad wolf, the little voice that is the good wolf. We all go through it, but it's just like every single day we can build discipline to consciously be aware that it is a choice. It's a choice that we make every single day. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. The more you do it, and the more you say this sentence, and I want you guys to write this down once again, everything is going to be okay. Like, that's always been one of the biggest learnings within Launch Your Business. That's obviously part of the FLC program that I want all students to know. Everything's going to be okay. And the more you see that, that's why I always say, like, write this down somewhere where you see it every day. The more you see it, the more you are faced with a situation and you say to yourself, hey, everything's going to be okay. You snap yourself out of the moment, like Cesar Millan says about training dogs, right? Snap yourself out of the moment and you're like, okay, everything's going to be okay. The easier that becomes also, that you actually realize, no, wait a second, don't worry. Like, right now, with whatever's the situation at hand, there's two things that I can do. I can either worry about it, or I can be solution focused. I could worry, like, oh, why is this happening? Oh, like that. Or I can be like, okay, it has happened. How can we find the solution? How can I solve this? How can I get out of this? How can I make the process as enjoyable as possible? Those are two different choices that you can make. Or as Gabby Bernstein talks about it, you can either choose a teacher of something fair and teacher of love. I can't remember the exact words, but you know what I mean, right? You choose something that is not so positive and you choose something that's positive. What would love do, or what would fear do, or would hate do, or whatever, right? The other one. It's always better to choose love. It's always better to choose solutions. It's always better to choose something that is enjoyable, because the facts are that if you enjoy something, it goes a lot easier. It goes a lot more smooth. It goes a lot more quick as well. And so it's really important for all of us to first and foremost acknowledge that these feelings, these thoughts, these doubts are very normal, and take comfort in the fact that they will never go away. So here you have it. They will never go away, no matter which successes you reach. The only thing that changes is how you deal with it, and how you realize as well, within this beautiful human experience that we have as spiritual beings, that we can take a lot of wisdom and positivity and energy from connecting to all that is. That's like 0 to 100 in a very quick time. But I mean, like, there's so much more than just our worries about money, or our worries about success, or our worries about status, if that's any of your worries, or what other people will say. There's so much more. We are part of so much more. We are connected to everything, and therefore we can also tap into everything. If ever you feel alone, if ever you feel doubtful, if ever you feel like you're not good enough, first and foremost, understand that you are. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are absolutely excellent, and exactly the way you're supposed to be, and exactly all that you need to do everything that you want in your life. That's first and foremost. But secondly, you are connected with everything, and therefore you can tap into everything. You can literally tap into other beings. You can tap into, let's say, your loved ones. You can literally connect to those that are dear to you, to borrow some energy, to borrow some confidence, to borrow some belief. Also within our FLC family, if ever you go into a conversation with a client, or you go into a scenario where you're speaking to people, or you're connecting with others, or you're doing something, you can always tap into the love and the energy and the family atmosphere that we have here with you. That is why we always say, you got this and we got you. This is a journey for a lifetime. We're not just saying that because it sounds good on the slogan. It is the way it is. This is a family. And so if sometimes you have to go and face a situation that might not be easy, know that we're with you in thought, in spirit, in heart, and you can find confidence, comfort, belief, trust, by also knowing that you're not alone. One of the things that I learned from my dad is that wherever we walk with a whole army of positive energy, a whole army. And I don't know what you believe in, but we believe in that we walk with all the energies of our family, all the energies of our ancestors, all the energies of the different things that are part of our family and our ancestry, and the energy connected with nature, that is all part of you. So no matter which room you walk into, you don't just walk into that as one single entity, one single person. You walk in there with an army of love backing you and supporting you on your positive mission to empower others and to empower yourself by means of changing your life, by means of changing other people's lives that will in turn change your life. You are never alone. Absolutely never. But also, that is an awareness. Also, that is something that we don't always realize. We don't always learn. We don't always get spoon fed in by everything that's around us. So, and again, another thing that FLC stands for is to be here as that reminder, so that you realize, hey, wait a second, it is crazy to think that I am alone. I am not alone at all. I am one with everything that is. And this is also one of the reasons that whenever we talk about deal closing, it actually goes really deep. It actually goes into also, how do you connect energetically with the person on the other end of the line? How do you energetically connect so that you can uplift and that you can empower and also inspire people to say, hey, yes, I'm ready to take that next step. And that they, because of the connection that they have with you, are willing to take that step with you. Business is so much more than just the marketing strategies or just the sales scripts and stuff like that. It's literally a whole energetic experience, at least in the way that we practice it and the way that we want to share it with you guys. And so what that means is that ultimately, if you can find calmness and comfort and trust in yourself, in your vibration, in you connecting with your future, and that you believe in it, no matter what happens, you believe in it, then that ripples through in all your interactions. Your interaction with your future customers, your interactions with people that follow you on social media, your interactions with even governmental organizations that, who knows, you get a tax return and you're like, oh, you're getting money back. We've had students experience that. It's crazy, right? But there was this one incredible lady, and she experienced that, and like, she's like, oh, I'm getting all this money back from the government. I don't know how, but it just happened, you know? And that is like, because everything is connected. And so what I want everybody to take from this video is that, A, it's normal if you have doubts. It's normal if you have fear. It's normal if you are wondering to yourself, like, will it ever happen for me? It's normal, and we all will have that for the rest of our lives. But what allows you to distinguish yourself and literally make a change is if you witness that, you experience that, but because of your awareness and your support, your trust, you are able to handle it in a way that you're like, hey, yes, share with me the doubts, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I know that every step that I take is going to be leading to a beautiful future. Either exactly the beautiful future that I already envision, or something even more beautiful. Because at this moment, if I think about my future or you think about your future, we can only color the painting with the colors that we know. But there are so many colors that are unknown to us, colors being experiences, knowledge, connections, whatever, everything. We can only picture something based on what we know today. But by means of taking action, it opens doors. And by means of taking action and taking those steps, we add more colors to our palette. And so every day that we practice this, every day that we continue to walk a walk of trust, faith, and belief, we get so many more colors that every day our picture brightens. Every single day, it becomes more clear, it becomes more beautiful, it becomes more abundant and more vibrant. And so every day we get connected to it better. And before you know it, The thing that you painted on day number 1 is already in your life. And you're literally looking at it and you're like, wow. Have you ever had it that you're like thinking, you've been wanting one thing for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it happens and you're not even consciously aware of it because it went so fast, or it went effortlessly, or it happened and you're like already focused on the next goal, and then you're like, oh, wait a second, this is a thing that I've been wishing for the longest time. Maybe even take a moment right now and you think about all the things that you have in your life at this moment. I'm very sure that many of the things that you have in your life right now were things that you wished for in the past, things that you wanted to include in your life, you wanted to experience, and now you've already experienced that. So tap confidence out of that as well. Become familiar with how it feels to explore new regions. It is absolutely normal to feel this like type of feeling. That feeling is a sign of growth. And if you didn't experience that, that would be worrying. It would be worrying if you're like, oh, well, it's all the same. Like, that would be extremely boring. But the more you become familiar with this, the more you start recognizing how it feels that like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do something unknown. If you recognize that feeling, then you can also embrace that feeling and you take it with you every step. Like every single time that we're doing something different with our business, it's the same feeling. You're like, ah! And like, we obviously keep it calm and cool and collected. But internally, it's like, ah! And that's normal. But you recognize and you're like, okay, this is my face. Keep on marching, keep on being positive, keep on going. And even though you may feel like you want to cry, sometimes just take a moment to cry, like, and let it out, process it, and carry on walking. But don't ever let it dim your light. Don't ever let it mess with your mind. Don't ever let it mess with your dreams. Be undisturbed in what you want to do. Your vision may change, your goals may change along the way, but understand that, hey, what you feel matters. What you want to achieve matters. What you feel that is pulling you exists. Because how can something pull you if it doesn't exist? Just think about that one. How could it pull you if it doesn't exist? It won't be able to, right? So you're being pulled for a reason. Unlike the popular narrative that society unfortunately puts upon us, that is doubtful, fearful, basically telling us to play it safe, let go of all these things and for once honor your positive drive inside. For once, say to yourself, hey, I deserve that life. I deserve to be successful. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve to be abundant. Because with my abundance that I already have right now, but it will only amplify, I will generously provide abundance to others. Every step of the way, I am already happy, fulfilled, and abundant now. But with every step that I take, my abundance increases and my sphere of positive influence increases. And I keep on marching because I am that leader. You are a leader. There's no, just like my dad always talks about this, there's no just like one leader per country or one world leader or whatever. No, we are all leaders. We are all ambassadors of love. We have all come to this world because we have a purpose. And sometimes we forget because of circumstances. But I want you to remember, and I want you to understand that you matter. And without you, the world wouldn't be the way it is. And the world needs you for all the beauty that you are bringing. So believe in that. Remember that no matter what happens, everything is going to be okay. And also sometimes this may help. If you think about it this way, this is how successful people make decisions. What's the worst that can happen? What's the best that can happen? If the best that can happen massively outweighs The worst that can happen, which by the way, 90% of the things that we worry about never even happen. Fear lies in the anticipation of action, as Seb always says. Then understand that, hey, we're going to choose that good step. If the best that can happen massively outweighs the worst that can happen, I'm going to go. I'm going to take action. I'm going to grab those opportunities that I feel aligned with. And I'm not going to be distracted by influences. Even if that was my little voice, I'm not going to be distracted by it. I'm going to keep on marching with positivity, with love, with passion, with dedication, with discipline, and most of all, with unconditional belief in what you feel inside. And then everything is going to be okay. Everything's already going to be okay, but even then, even more, everything is going to be even more okay. So, with that being said, everybody comment below and say, I got this. I got this. And a massive hoo ha hoo. Also, if you're watching this, do a physical hoo ha hoo as well. It's that physical action that actually helps you as well. It's like locking it in. Hoo ha hoo. Now, on that note, I also do want to thank everybody for the beautiful comments that you guys have put in here. I've actually not really watched everything. I've seen, like, I can't even see who is saying what, but I want to quickly post this one. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. You see, it's like Facebook user. I can't see who is saying that, but I will go back to the comments afterwards. I also quickly want to remind everyone that the next season of the Deal Closing Academy, which again is going to be the most powerful season ever, because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I keep on learning. And so this new DCA is going to be absurdly powerful. It's going to happen on Monday. Make sure everybody to write down the dates. Monday, the 28th of March, 2022, 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. EDT. This one's going to happen. I know a whole bunch of you are already signed up for it, which is awesome. If you want to join and you do not yet, you're not yet signed up, comment below and say me, because we are doing something special for everyone who would like to either revisit or who would like to join. It's absolutely powerful. It's literally, yeah, life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. Life-changing on the spiritual level, life-changing on a like strategic level. Let's say the material is again next level, and some people may be like, hey, I've been just on the previous DCA, how could it already have improved? Well, that's how fast we go. It's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. I think I actually have a link where you can book in for a quick call with the team, and then they can give you access to that special deal. It's 98% off, so it's going to be very special. I'm just putting in the link right here. So yeah, have a look at it. I'm just going to be bold and say, like, you need to be there. You need to be there. So yeah, go ahead and go to tjibaria.com/DCA. If you're not obviously on it already, I know a lot of you are already on it, but if you're not, go to tjibaria.com/DCA, apply for the call, and our team will reach out to you in the next couple of days. It starts on Monday, so they'll reach out to you ASAP, and then you can get on that DCA for a very special deal. Now, that's it. I do, as usual, when there's like a more impactful, longer, more powerful session, always want to inspire everybody to take this on board in a higher level, meaning in this instance, I want to say no lippy lippy, no trimmy trimmy, and go live here in the FLC group and share 3 things. How many things? 3. Number 1, share what you've taken away from this. What did you learn? What did you reaffirm? Number 2, what are you going to do? What you're going to implement? And number 3, something of inspiration, because there's so much inspiration in this group. You will always be able to say something that will help another person. So by all means, go live right now. No lippy lippy, no trimmy trimmy. And on that note, I'm going to go. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. It's 11 o'clock in here in the UK in the evening. So I'm going to go and well, continue my work because I have still a lot of things to do, which I very much enjoy. So I'm gonna go. I'm looking forward to see your live videos. Go live right now, and remember, you got this always. And Goku and me, we believe in you. Mwah! Bye bye. Ooh, Goku's happy.